Hey everybody, dark mode enabled. Heather Cox here, Jane Clark here, thank God.
LinkedIn's having some problems, but I made it.
Oh my gosh, like LinkedIn is going through. So I heard that LinkedIn is going to be um, doing recordings of LinkedIn audio rooms. Granted, we can't share them or export them. That's what I heard. So I thought that was really interesting.
Great.
Yes, which would be great. I wish we can export it so then I won't have to like, you know, rig this thing up all crazy like and
Yeah,
cuz
yeah.
the way
Like
that
we're
we
hanging
record.
in there, but people are doing
Yeah.
it way faster than LinkedIn is. They're not LinkedIn needs to get their shit together. But here we
Seriously. I
are.
mean,
We're
do I
here.
want to rely on LinkedIn user interface for recording? I don't know. Probably not. And here right now what we do is I have my Shure microphones, one pointed to the speaker where Miss Jane Clark speaks from, and then the other is my mic, and I'm directly speaking to it, and then it's connected to an iPhone. So then I just
Beautiful.
basically like video record and then export the audio for our podcast. So that
Love
is,
that.
yes, the easiest way to do it.
Genius.
But yay, Jane, I missed you. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Let's
I'm
catch
doing
up with
good.
Cox and Clark. What's going on over
I
here?
feel held hostage by the weather and my cat
No.
agrees. She just loves going into the garden room, which is basically a room that gets way too hot to actually grow anything in. And so it's just more like a sauna. But she loves going in there because it does have some outdoor elements to it. She loves being amongst some of the flowers, but otherwise it's just a big room where sometimes a snake comes out. I used to leave the door open, but I was in the kitchen one day and I turned around. There's a snake in my kitchen. I'm like, wow, this is horrifying. And I didn't think
Snake
I
in
was
the
gonna be,
kitchen. Oh my
yeah,
god.
snake in the kitchen. And my husband's voice is like above me, and he's like, I told you not to leave the door open. I'm like, shut up. And he's not even here, but I'm already mad at him, because he's gonna be, I told you so. So he came
Shout
home from
out to
work
the husband.
and fixed and that got rid of the snake. We put it back outside, and if it
Oh
hopefully
good.
it's smart. But
Yes. I think the
so
snakes
yeah.
are everything is trying to get indoors. It is so hot.
It's not cool. So I'm just trying to keep my cat alive, make sure she doesn't stay out there too long, and go about my day. But yeah, I'm working. I'm working so hard, Heather. Well, Jane's all work and no play, and adult girl, as they say. But I'm looking forward to planning something this weekend, just getting out, having more of a summer vibe with this skin.
What are you
It's
doing
not very
Saturday
summery.
night?
I don't know.
Do you
What
want
are
to go
we
out
doing
with
Saturday
me?
night? Go out?
Like just like get dinner or something.
Oh my God, that'd be fun.
Yeah, okay, cool. So for those who don't know, Jane and I literally live like 5 minutes from each other. Our businesses are in the same area. Our clients are on the same area. We could, I used to see you as a competitor, but I don't think I do anymore because your stuff is so unique and different than mine that I think of you as like a bestie and a collaborator now.
Yeah,
You're so
agreed,
close.
agreed.
Yes.
Agreed. I'm
But
doing a presentation coming up here, Heather,
oh, cool.
on uncovering your competitive edge, and a lot of it is learning from your competition.
Oh, cool.
So, yes.
That is awesome. Awesome,
Tell me
awesome.
about you. You finally came back from Realcom.
Yes, finally relaxed, finally caught up. Holy crapola. I was definitely behind because I was in real calm down in Florida, Tampa in June. I mean, let's talk about hot. But
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun, had a great time, and now I'm just catching up. I finally finished my book. I'm so excited. It's called
That
The
is awesome. How long
Thank
have you
you.
been working on that?
Oh God, months. I mean, I think I started it at the beginning of the year. I started it at the beginning of the year, and I also started a poetry book. I'm halfway done the poetry book. I'm now fully done this book, and this book is called The Connected Kid. It is a parent's guide to online safety. It is filled with checklists and how to's and step by step guides and information, stats. I mean, all the things to help basically keep your kid safe
Yeah.
online. I mean, it can help you set up parental controls on Xbox, on Twitch, on PlayStation, on Roblox, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. I mean, your tablets, it gives tablet recommendations, laptop recommendations. It gives information about NFTs, about crypto, about artificial intelligence, which what we're talking about today. Yeah, there's tons and tons and tons and tons of information in that book. So Jane, I sent
Yeah,
it
it's
to
huge. It's
you.
like 180 pages. And I can't wait to send it to my sister who is all about this. So
Yes, yes, yes. Send it to your sister, please. I would love for her to look it over and test it out. I've had a couple people test it out so far for me, and everything's looking good. I think I'm on the fourth edit now, so almost there, guys. I just
Ooh,
need to make the website, which I got the WordPress today and the domains yesterday. So
very cool.
yes,
I'm
I know, me too. Ah, it's
excited.
gonna be so good. And I signed up for Instagram, Facebook, and Threads. So everybody follow the Connected Kid book over on Instagram. That would be wonderful. So yeah, that's what's going on. Just lots of catching up to do. Just finalized another website for a client. Couple proposals out there that I'm, hoping to land. I have a new client meeting today at 3. So yeah, just lots of moving parts. But
Love that.
I know. And plus then and then also dinner with Jane on Saturday.
Apparently dinner with Jane. I'll
That
I'll
is
let you know for sure on that, and if not, I'll
okay.
suggest another time.
Okay, good.
But yeah, we need to hang out.
Yes, I know. I miss your actual face. Um, so yeah, that's catching up with Cox and Clark. I'm going to get I swear, I'm gonna get that jingle
Clark.
done. That's the other thing I gotta get done. Remind me, please, because that's something that I've been wanting to work on too, and I have been working on, but it just falls to the wayside because I'm crazy face and I love
No, we're
lots and lots and lots and
ADHD.
lots
Don't
of
worry.
projects to keep myself busy.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear it, man.
So, lady, we are talking ChatGPT Chronicles today.
Yes.
So I want you to start because I'm going to ramble on for probably ever and a
Yeah.
day in regards to
Yeah.
this topic. But tell me more about your journey, what you use AI, and even if you don't
Sure.
use ChatGPT, but like AI, like tell me all about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, gosh, I remember growing up as a kid. I mean, I guess most of us do remember at least something about growing up, but my dad was super into technology, and he was. I'm going to say he's like an early adopter at this because I remember him on the computer, which is probably like a Commodore 64, maybe an IBM or something like some really, really, really new stuff. And he would try to get it to turn the lights on and off. Bluetooth wasn't a thing yet, but he was trying to do all these things with it. And just the concept of waking up and having a robot make his breakfast sounds amazing. Like Pee Wee Playhouse when he wakes up and his arm moves and drops in
I
like an
want that.
egg,
I want that.
So that's always been like the the Jetsons sort of, like we think it's so far but away, but guess what? It's here. And now I just want to go back and read all the Isaac Asimov books that my dad had on his shelf. But it's really exciting, and I think a lot of people have a right to be concerned about it. It's going to change everything, and it already is. Um, and honest, in a way, I'm kind of excited about it because there's going to be things on the web that live forever, and as humans, we just have to figure out how to deal with it. From things like, hey, write an article about how, Jane Clark at Brand Swan is the worst. I'm sure you can come up with something. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to Google that, see what it says. Research. But as far as I use it for one, research. I use it as a starting point. I use it to analyze brand voices and then apply that same voice to any content that I create, either from AI originally, or I start someplace and then I ask it to expand. But ultimately, I really love being able to say, here's what I want to say, but now put it in my voice. I'm a little bit more long-winded when it comes to explaining things. I mean, I am direct in a way, but I like to kind of embellish, and so it helps keep me on helps keep me on task and remember the structure on how to tell a good story. And there's a lot of, pillars when it comes to telling a good story, from, the problem to the lesson learned. Um, there's got to be some sort of conflict or friction in there. And so I think AI just really helps with that. So that's how I use it. Um, and I've used it almost as is, depending on what I ask it to do. If your prompt is um, is specific enough, it's going to give you exactly what you're looking for. And I hope weed out that mediocrity that we're kind of worried about, because if AI writes everything, it's all going to look the same and sound the same. So I think it's our like due diligence to make ourselves as unique as possible while still utilizing an amazing tool.
For sure. 100%. I'm going to go into computational thinking, like in regards to like GPT prompting, because as long as you make it unique, the prompt unique enough, you will get a unique output.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. So do you use ChatGPT or anything else in regards to your websites?
Websites. So I would say, we approach content the same no matter what we're writing for. So my team has it pretty well down. And again, these people have been writing copy before AI was really mainstream. So they're using it as a tool to make better what we've already been doing. And I think the insights that it could have and other points of view you didn't expect and bringing those in allows you to diversify your thinking and see it from another person's perspective. And so I find it to be just a really amazing humanist tool. I've used several. The first one I started with, dipping my toes in a few years ago, was WordTune, and it was basically just a quick extension. You could right click some text and choose to rewrite it or improve writing or shorten or expand it, that kind of thing. And then ChatGPT became a thing. And I was looking, I ended up going towards Jasper because it was just, I didn't want anything that was sort of trial based, which is strange for me because I love open source stuff, right? But I was like, listen, I want a tool that's going to work. I'm going to pay for it. So I paid for Jasper pretty much right out of the gate. And I love the brand voice aspect to it. And I just find that it writes really great copy,
So
and
how
it
long you
doesn't
been
use.
using Jasper for? Because I know that's been on around for a hot minute. Wasn't it another name? I think they like had multiple iterations of names. I know
It's
Jasper was like one of the final names that they had, but
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, with all these little like ghost kitchens, if you will, it's really hard to know like who's behind these brands, right?
yeah, oh my
Yeah,
god, I didn't even think about it like that. Like
yeah.
software is like a ghost kitchen, like reselling the software,
It's
right?
a
Like
different
white
brand.
label software essentially.
Think about like,
Huh.
yeah, clothing stores like Shein, and Temu, and there's some other ones that aren't as like super cheap. Um, but
Wow. Yeah.
they have the same shit all the
Yeah.
time, and they're identical. And so you have to ask yourself, well, what the hell are they testing? They're testing these made up brand names like Rowry and blah blah, and like they aren't real words that sound catchy here in America.
Yeah.
So they're testing out these words to see
Huh.
which one gets more sales, but everything else is pretty much identical from the user interface. It's just the brand in the background that they're using to test this out. And so I bet you Jasper's just one of those.
Wow. Yeah, that's yeah. So how long have you been using Jasper for now?
About 2 years, maybe three. Time's weird now, but I've been using it for several years, and I will say my team is now happy with me. I think because all the stuff. Okay, now this is where you're coming in, Heather. Because once I figured out all the cool shit that ChatGPT can do, I'm like, dude, why haven't we just been buying ChatGPT? And so now my team is super excited. We can use all these tools that people are giving out, which aren't available on stuff like Jasper, right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, I've also used AI graphics too.
Yeah, because
I
I know you
yeah.
have, and I've seen you make a few. What are I know? I mean, I use Canva and ChatGPT, but what do you really like to use?
It's a combination of things. Like, let's go with my headshot, guys.
Yes.
My headshot's AI. How does that happen? First of all, it took me a while to find an actual tool that made my face look okay.
Like
My goal,
actually looked like you.
exactly. So
Not
I
like
didn't.
okay, meaning like it looks better for everybody else. Meaning like no, it actually looks like you.
It looks like me. Like what other things? So once it gave me an image, I changed the background to be more complementary with our brand colors. The outfit is. I was able to build out my shoulders with AI. I was like, extend the image, and it did. And now I have a whole fucking outfit. It literally made me have a whole outfit, guys. And then I told it to hold a mug, and I did. And then I slapped the Brand Swan logo on that mug. And then, I just, I made my shoulders a little broader because I got a little bit bigger shoulders. And I just wanted it to really represent me, but at the same time, be a professional with, there's a
Yeah.
but it was a multi-tool approach. I'm so excited because I really needed a full body shot for like a magazine cover
Oh, that's right. That
or like
magazine
a cover.
cover. That's
Yeah.
right. And what was that for?
That was for the Upside Top 100 consultant. So that
That's
was really
right. I
cool.
know. I just wanted you to say it.
Oh, thanks, top CEO. What's up? I'm working on it. It's being a CEO is weird, guys. I'll tell you, but that's another topic for another day. Heather,
Yeah.
tell us all the cool shit that ChatGPT can do.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Please.
so I just want to shout. Okay, so TikTok is where I first saw a video for ChatGPT. I follow all of the nerdy, like techie people over on TikTok. I don't doom scroll. I educate while I scroll. You know what I mean? And I saw ChatGPT come up, and then people were starting to talk about it on Clubhouse. Shout out to my OG Clubhouse people.
What? What?
But when I saw it, and I came in at the 3.5, literally, it had started just a few months. You would only get maybe like 10 prompts out of it, and then it'd be like, you're using it too much, come back later, usage is too high. Like, you literally like couldn't even get into the platform at one point because so many people were using it. It was like overextending their servers, and so they would have to like put people on a wait list, be like, there's too much usage right now, come back later. And so
Oh my
like,
God. Did you
yes,
see my articles later in this? We'll
dude,
talk
like
about that.
I was like, it was so I would be working, and I'm like, no, I was like, I'm out of usage.
Oh my
And
God.
so then what I did, I was like, okay, I was like, how can I get more usage out of this 3.5? And this was before they had their workspace. So what I did was I bought all my coworkers their like GPTs. Like, I was like, you need to please sign up for this GPT. And this was when it was free. So they're like, please sign up for this GPT. And then I was like, okay, now when you use your GPT, I created like prompt documents. This was before custom GPTs were a thing. Right now, there's a thing called custom GPTs where you can go in and build a custom GPT with your prompts that you create. And then literally you could just go back to that custom GPT, and instead of having to use the same prompt over and over again, you could just like click a button and it'll like do it for you.
Love that.
But before, I like bought everybody's GPT, a custom, the Chat GPT. I was like, sign up. And then when ChatGPT 4 came out, first it was 3.5, then it was 4. You needed to pay to get for 4. You had to pay to get the version 4. So then I paid for everybody's versions. And so I had, I think, like 3 or 4 ChatGPT logins that if I just messaged one of my coworkers, I was like, hey, I need this done. Here's the prompt. Can you do this? And then I'll be like, yeah. And so, I had like 3 or 4 different ChatGPTs that I had usage. And of course they're like, oh yeah, like I ran out of usage. I have to wait. So then whenever that happened, I would just go to the next person and be like, hey, can you finish this for me? Because
Yeah.
my first coworker, they are out of usage. So now the usage has gotten so much better. Their servers are gotten a lot broader. So they can handle a lot more prompts and inputs. So because of that, now they have a workspace. So then I told everybody, I'm not paying for your shit anymore. Just come join my workspace.
Yeah.
So now I can invite, I think I have like 5 people invited to my workspace, and then I have them work under my custom GPTs under my workspace, and then I just all paid in like one thing.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, this has been a progression from when ChatGPT started to now. And right now we're at GPT-4 little o. They had to be different. They had to just be, I don't know why. But they went from 3.5 to 4 to 4 little o, which is like, okay, like whatever. If you want to be different, you want to be cool and gitchy, fine. But that is so much better regarding conversations and conversational output.
Yeah, yeah.
Before the 3.5, you can tell. Guys, you can tell the difference of an output with 3.5 versus output in 4 little o, because you can tell just the way that the GPT and ChatGPT speaks to you from 3.5 to 4.0.
Yeah.
I will, and I noticed it the other day because I was creating copy, but it accidentally toggled back to 3.5. And I was like, I can tell. Like, it was like, come with us as we embrace this information. And I'm
The
like,
digital
oh,
landscape.
right. I'm like, okay, like, you sound a little like too poetic here. Like, you just sound so I was like, okay. So then I toggled it back to 4 little o, and I was like, okay, like, let me redo this. And it sounded so much more conversational, more organic. So if you have not been using 4 little o, please toggle that over. If you have to pay for it, I would do that. It's only $20 a month for yourself. And then if you have the premium, you have the opportunity and the ability to use custom GPTs. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Nihil. Hi, Evan. Hi, everybody. Oz, thank you so much for joining us. So the custom GPTs are like bonkers. So I have been using custom GPTs ever since they came out. And I want to talk a little bit about how to build custom GPTs. So let me go over to my custom GPTs right now. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to click over on the Explore GPTs on the left-hand side. And if you're not utilizing ChatGPT for all of the plugins and custom GPTs that are out there, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Like, I found a custom GPT that is helping me write a state bill. Guys, like, I have no idea how to write a bill. Like, I did not pay attention to, what was that, Schoolhouse
Who
Rock?
can't have the Clippy for like diplomats or something?
Yes.
Did they have a mascot like paper? No,
Yeah,
hold
I
on. Was
don't
it
know,
like
but girl, let me tell
amendment,
you.
a constitutional amendment guy?
Yeah, dude, like, seriously, like, hold on, let me a bill
This is going to
writer.
kill me. Does anyone know who that was?
Yeah, I don't have no idea.
It was in high school. I can see it. A bill. It's like, oh, maybe his name was Bill.
Maybe. Oh my
Bill the
god.
Bill. You know.
So, I mean, again, use those custom GPTs. You can go explore GPTs. You can find to help with your resume, to help with diagrams and charts. I use the image generator. There's like, people are specifically creating custom GPTs to help you create certain artwork. So there are ones for like specifically line drawings. There's specifically ones for logo creators. Also Canva. You can use the Canva plugin. You can use the CapCut plugin. You can use the InVideo plugin. There are so many different plugins and custom
So cool.
GPTs that you can use to help streamline your processes, and help content creation at a faster speed. And I always say this, it's like we're in the internet 4.0 right now, and not just GPT-4, but GPT is creating a faster internet because the content creation is faster, the research is faster, the copywriting is faster, you publishing is faster. Everything is faster. And so the internet has already been exponentially fast. So now you add AI into it, and it's like literally everything could be done in a day. I mean, okay, I could go off on a tangent, but I'm not going to.
It really breaks through mental blocks.
It
Like
does.
100%.
Yes.
And that's why it's faster. You can't think of that word. Well, guess what? It knows it.
Mm-hmm. You need a graphic. Okay, so if you guys go over to my Instagram right now, that GPT hack graphic with the kitty cat on the pixel art with the computer, ChatGPT made that. I didn't want to sit there and make a graphic in Canva to talk about my ChatGPT hack. I was like, just make me a graphic like with a black background with white pixel art. Boom, done.
Oh my God, this is so your brand. I'm going to go ahead and paste this into the comments if you guys want to see it. It's so... I'm a gamer, guys, so this hits me a little hard. I mean, I went to a hotel recently. Well, yeah, I did have a vacation. Well, I need another one. And they had the best, like, Space Invaders game, and it was, like, on the biggest screen ever, and it was amazing.
I
But
love
this
that. Yes.
is the...
So I mean, like that is speed of implementation, right? I was like,
Right.
okay, I knew the hack I wanted to create. So then I went over to ChatGPT and I was like, hey, I want to talk about using this link to transcribe a whole YouTube video and then taking that transcription and putting it into ChatGPT to summarize and give me actionable advice. And I also do that with my emails. So if I get an email, and I love you guys so much, but if I get an email from like a client or like somebody who wants to work with me and they give me like, I don't know, a brain dump, I get that a lot where people just like word vomit into an email. I want this, and this, like a stream of thought. And then
Yeah.
I'm dyslexic and have ADHD and OCD. So it's really hard for me to like grasp things, especially if they're not structurally in an email
In writing.
correct. It's
Yeah.
hard
They
for
bullet
me.
points people.
Yeah. So I'll copy that email and put it into my chat GPT and I'll be like, please summarize this email. Give me the top points I need to understand and give me actionable tips for me to complete this, the wants of this email. And then it'll give it to me. So it is, and then I've used that before where like I've had that and then I've emailed it back to them and be like, hey, so this is what I've gathered from your email. Can you please confirm that? And then they've emailed me back. They're like, holy crap.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
thank
a
you so
great
much for
idea.
this. But yeah, so custom GPTs, use them, utilize them. They are going to save your life. But then you can create your own. So I have, let's see, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Hold on. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Keep loading. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32.
That's
Okay.
all your custom prompts?
Yes. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. I have 37 custom GPTs that I've created. From a generic caption creator to a caption rewriting tool. If you know it needs to be optimized for multiple platforms, you just give the caption and just say, hey, I need this optimized for LinkedIn. Boom, it'll give me an optimized LinkedIn caption. There's some for specific clients. There's some for myself. I created my own. So if I'm like, hey, I need a hot take on social media, it'll spit out 5 hot takes that just sound like me. The transcription caption creator. The add emojis to caption GPT.
I
So
love that one.
a lot of people will like write captions or whatever, and then they're like, I want to use this caption for social media. I'm like, awesome, but there's no emojis, and emojis increase reach and engagement by 20% because it helps with reading and visibility. So adding emojis, literally just copy and pasting the caption into the GPT and it'll give you emojis. My hash creator, my transcribe AI, video to caption creator, my food holiday AI. I have created so many custom GPTs, it's bonkers. But you guys should, if you are using the paid version, please do yourself a favor and think about the tasks that you perform every day in your business or in your job, right? So, Jane, what is a task that you perform every single day?
Check my email.
You check your email. Okay. I would have to think on that one.
Wait, can you summarize my email? Because I have someone who does that for me, but manually.
Okay, so what do? Do they just read each email and then... Okay, so I think you could do this. So you could create a custom GPT that I know right now you can connect your Google Drive and your Microsoft OneDrive to ChatGPT. So I can connect my Google Drive over at heathercoxcodes@gmail.com, and I can connect all my documents, all my file folders, all of that stuff to Google Drive. So with the email, I believe that what you can do is set up, I know there has to be a widget or a plugin for Gmail that allows you, once you get an email, for that email to be copied and put in a Google Doc. And then I think if you connected your Google Drive to that Google Doc and then connected to ChatGPT, I think you can summarize. As long as you have the systems and it's all connected correctly.
That's a whole nother conversation. Like, here's all my access to my email, my files, and
There's also, yes. And that brings, yeah, we're going to talk about the safety implications too, because
How?
I myself have not hooked up my Google Drive. I myself has not hooked up my Microsoft OneDrive. I
Yeah.
won't be doing that because, but even at the same time though, I signed up for ChatGPT with just using Google login. So
Yeah.
to be honest with you, like, take my shit. I don't care, because like, what are you going to do? Are you going to open up your own social media agency, ChatGPT? Is that what you're going to do? So,
No, hell no.
no, I'm not worried about that. So, I just think it's like people's fears a little bit, but that is
Yeah.
something you can do. You could get your email to save over on your Google Drive and then ask ChatGPT to summarize your email every day. I bet you we could do that. So, what's another task that you perform every day? Because, like, I'm trying to, like,
Jeez.
let's see what.
Okay, let's think about sales for a second.
Okay, that's
So,
okay.
let's say I want to scrape for lead generation.
Okay. Emails?
Sure.
No, we don't do that because that's not, we don't scrape emails anymore. I know I
Great.
don't. That's like against, what is that new
You mean your
email?
ethics? Your
Yeah,
I
it's like, it
can.
has something to do with like email privacy and data. And if you did not specifically sign up for that specific email or newsletter, then they can actually turn around and sue
Oh,
you.
yeah. Right. No, no, no. I'm so sorry. When I said scrape email, I mean more like, okay, let's go ahead and say, you know who my target market is? Dear ChatGPT, please find all small businesses in the insurance industry in the
Okay.
state of Delaware.
Okay.
Like that's the list I want to see, not necessarily the group mass, because I want to reach out to them individually personally. I would not add them to a more mass market email, but that's really good for people to know that you really can't do that.
Yeah.
You
You
can
can't.
get in trouble. They can mark you
Yes.
as, a spammer, and then you're on a list and yada, yada, yada.
Yes, you can. So you can do research like that. It won't give you specific emails. You can prompt it a couple times to give that to you. So, perfect case in point, I did this for my sister. My sister's name is Melissa Cox. She is a singer songwriter and owner of Mockingbird Studios, which is I always get this wrong, a recording studio for musicians and authors doing like audiobooks. It's out in New Zealand. But
It's
she came
really cool.
back.
Your
She was
sister's in New Zealand?
Yes, she lives in New Zealand. She actually goes back. I think she leaves. She's here in the States now. She just finished her tour. Um, but before her tour, while she was out in New Zealand, while she was applying for all these places to go play music at, like the Renaissance Festival, the Fairy Festival, like there was like a rock
Very
band show. Yeah,
festivals.
yeah,
Sorry.
dude, so much fun. I helped her utilize ChatGPT to research the top 15 Celtic rock Renaissance festivals on the East Coast. And it gave us 15 to 20 different festivals with websites, and some of them with email addresses. So then I just like copied it and pasted it to her and sent it to her, and then she was able to reach out, and a few of those she actually landed, and she went and played. I think she just played at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair the other day.
Yeah, I literally saw a post from her and was like, "Hi, you have a sister?"
Yeah,
That's
that's my sister. That's my
yeah,
sister.
I'm always surprised. Like this is almost a level of betrayal with my ex-business partner Jen. Jen, I love you. But she signed all of her paperwork, legal paperwork, as Jen. And then the day I found out her name was Jennifer, I felt so betrayed. I'm like, what do you mean you have a whole like 8 more letters after your name? How could you keep this
How
from me?
dare? Oh my god. Oh my, yeah. I have a
Doesn't matter,
story
but
about that with my husband, but that is, I will tell that to you offline. That's like our first date. He told me he had a whole different name on his first date. Don't even get me started, bro.
oh, that's
Oh my
hilarious. Oh
god.
man, we have to talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But yeah, think about the daily tasks you do every day. So let's say that, yeah, you want to, every day you need to go look up new leads for sales generation. Then you
yeah,
can create a custom GPT that will say, okay, with different prompts in it, say, okay, this custom GPT is going to be for generating sales leads through online research. You are going to use Bing to do your research, because Bing search is directly like integrated into ChatGPT. Then you could say, when I give you a certain number, you will do the following task. So let's say number 1, generate sales leads for the ice cream industry. Number 2, generate sales leads for the froyo industry.
Yeah.
Number 3, generate leads for, whatever. But you really need to make sure that you have the processes, steps, and computational thinking behind creating custom GPTs. And what do I mean by computational thinking? Computational thinking is the process in your brain that you create systems, processes, step-by-step guides that can be implemented without error, especially if given to a computer. So I went to Harvard Online for just doing web design. I don't even know what it is. I think it's like CSS for business professionals or web design for business professionals. I forget it. I forget what the certification was. I took 3 last year. So anyway, in this course, I had an assignment where I had to give the instructors as an assignment computational thinking of how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I thought this would be so easy. I did not pass that project, I think 3 times, because they always poked holes in my processes. So I would, at the beginning, it came back so fast the first time. I was like, all right, this is going to be easy. I was like, grab the knife and open up the jar with your left hand. Grab the knife with your right hand. And then twist the jar to open it. And then put the knife in the peanut butter. They emailed me back. They were like, we grabbed the knife on the wrong side and now our hand is bleeding. And I was like, okay. So now.
Oh my God.
So now I had to go back and I had to say, okay, grab the knife by the handle, holding the knife away from you and opening the jar with the left hand. And then of course they were like, and then, put the peanut butter on the bread. And they were like, well, we put the peanut butter on both sides of the bread and now we have a mess. Do it again. And I'm like, okay, great. So it took me 4 times to pass this project, but it really gave me a deeper understanding of how precise and granular you need to be when it comes to ChatGPT prompting, and especially with the custom GPTs. So if you think that, okay, yeah, my processes are great, this is ironclad, like think again, go back in and be like, okay, maybe I need to add this, maybe I need to add that. A lot of the times I even have to add within ChatGPT custom GPTs itself that you cannot use the words dive, delve, embrace, evolve. There's just so many words that I can tell now that you wrote it with ChatGPT. Yeah. So those words are actually put inside all of my custom GPTs so that it will never give that output. Granted, it sometimes does, and you got to remind it and be like, hello, like, what are you doing? Like, that is not what you're supposed to be doing. Please update your database and your knowledge base again. And then it'll like reset itself. And they'll be like, okay, yeah, I remember you saying that. So just be precise about your custom GPTs. Also be very strategic and think about what you could use your custom GPTs for every single day. I have to transcribe videos all the time because I'm the social media strategist and digital marketing for a podcast. I also do this podcast. I have the other podcast, Into the Black. So
Into the Black, yep.
Yeah, so what I'm able to use my custom GPTs for, I'm able to help create that transcription, help get those captions, get all of the information so that I can create content based around those videos that we create. So think about what you do every day, how AI can help with systems and processes, but also help you optimize things as well. So that's one side of it, systems and processes and streamlining and speed of implementation. That's all one side of things. And you can, implement that kind of stuff across all things, marketing, social media, SEO, SMO, websites, right? Speed of implementation, all of that stuff. But then there's optimization, where you can take your ChatGPT 4.0 and your custom GPTs and use it to help optimize things. So let's Take, for example, I want to optimize a meta description for WordPress because I'm an SEO nerd, right? I want to optimize that meta description to make sure that it's within the specific characters, but also that keyword, which also has a call to action. Let me tell you, ChatGPT will hook it up. So think about, you can even take your whole entire copy off of your website page, put it into ChatGPT and say, here is the copy for this website. It has been optimized for SEO. Please write me a meta description that is 100 characters long that I can use for the SEO of the page. And then it'll spit out a meta description with a specific keyword. And then you can put that within your meta area on WordPress or any place that allows you to optimize for SEO on your specific page of your website. You can even ask it, okay, well, what are 5 titles that I could work that are optimized for SEO for this page? And it could give you 5 optimized titles that may boost your SEO. You could put a photo that is on that page, give it to ChatGPT and say, this is an image that is on this page. Write me an optimized alt text that describes this image but also optimizes it for SEO. And now you have an optimized alt text image, like alt text for your image that can help boost your search engine optimization for your images on Google search image and Bing search images and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So optimization is so much fun. It is like my favorite thing ever because I'm basically just like reworking it and using it to like help with SEO and rankings so that people can find you better
Yeah.
and like use your services. So again, we could like go off all day long. I could go off all day long on ChatGPT. I know I'm going to do another Into the Black on it. I think we might have to do it number 2 over here on dark mode on AI because I could just talk all day long. I mean, we didn't even talk about hashtag optimization with ChatGPTs. So, and that's a whole thing in itself. But we do have news notifications, yes?
We do.
We
And
have
I'm
news
actually kind of
notifications.
excited to talk about
Me too.
them
Me
from
too.
a
I
world
have so many
standpoint.
funny ones. Not even like funny, but it's just like bonkers. So
Okay.
you
Go for
start
it. I go
first. You start
first.
with yours first on news
All right.
notifications.
I'm too jazzed about it. So, guys, apparently, the electricity alone that AI is using is insane. And I'm shocked, but not. I'm more shocked than I expected to be. Let's put it that way. And the reason being is just like I'm thinking about all the data centers that now have to be in there. But AI is already using as much energy as a small country,
Oh my god.
and it's expected to double in 2026.
Oh my god. I feel so bad.
I, from I know from you're not going to stop though. It's like stop driving, right? It's kind of like
Yeah.
stop driving. Forbes, for me, here's something I want to mention. I don't know if anyone games here, whatever, but video cards are going to never go down in price. They're just going to go up and up because that's what's being used to process a lot of these AI processes, not to be redundant. And especially with my computer, if I'm like doing AI in Illustrator, my CPU is maxed out. I have a pretty high end PC. So it's going to take as much power as available. And I got some actual stats here from just a couple of months ago, so they're pretty accurate.
Yeah.
But a normal server, like a web server, runs on 7 kilowatts of electricity. An AI server uses at least 30 to 100 kilowatts. So that's more. NVIDIA is definitely leading this whole technology. Um, they shipped 100,000 units last year. 7.3 times energy annually. Oh God, I can't.
Oh.
ChatGPT consumes a lot of energy, up to 25 times more than a Google search.
What?
And
It's because they haven't optimized yet.
yeah,
I wonder what they're going to
probably.
do with the optimize. And also, are they using solar at all or
Now,
hydro?
I will say there are some organizations that are trying to use clean energy for this,
Yeah.
and I think that's who we really need to support.
Yeah.
my worry is that this is also sharing a space with cryptocurrency, like with video cards
Mm.
and whatnot. And I'm just wondering
Well, so
if
I
there's
know crypto
yeah,
moved from stake of work to stake of claim, whatever that. What I may be saying it wrong, but we can no longer mine. So that's what my husband. We had a whole mining thing, and he did a
right.
lot of like graphics video cards, and
Yes,
they
but
were
that's gone now. No
super.
more mining.
That is all. Yes, all gone now. Mining's all gone now. But I guess they found another usage for the video cards,
They
graphics
sure
cards.
did. They sure did. So luckily, okay, so we might be okay then. It's just gonna still be high, but
Yeah.
if you want a really nice one, like you're gonna spend like $600 right now on a video card. So
Jeez.
yeah, but I agree with you, Heather. Like we need more clean
Sustainable.
energy. It's going to go up, and my concern is more in states like California who already have I guess we're not going to be putting any data centers there. I
Yeah.
don't know.
So they do put data centers in like Reno and Vegas. I know that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know why.
Pretty much every main like time zone has,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Crazy. Bonkers. So I did hear another um stat about every time you do one ChatGPT prompt, it's like pouring out a whole bottle of water.
Oh God, that's
Yeah, and that
nice.
makes me sad because I'm like, frick, man. Like, I use ChatGPT every single day. I just wish, like, I want to be like, dear ChatGPT, like, are you using solar power, hydro? Like, are you
Yeah,
like purposing things? Are you recycling things? Like, I want to know because, like, we always hear about what usage they're using, but we never hear
yeah.
about like what sustainability tips that they're taking.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I'm
Well,
going to try to find some organizations that have this in mind already. In fact, I actually know people who just specialize in climate change for AI. It's wild
yeah.
how many
Yeah.
jobs AI will be creating, in my
Insane.
humble opinion.
Insane, 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 insane. Yeah.
All right.
So my news thing is so funny. So, for many of you who know, I am the social media director for Miss Delaware USA, Miss Delaware Teen USA. And and this is not of their pageants. This is not their, like, I don't even know what they call it. But this is something completely different. It's called Miss AI. The first Miss AI has been crowned, and she's a Moroccan lifestyle influencer. After judges of the world's first AI beauty pageant unveiled 10 finalists, the inaugural Miss AI has now been crowned a Moroccan lifestyle influencer who hopes to bring diversity and inclusivity to the AI creator landscape with nearly 200,000 Instagram followers and a further 45,000 on TikTok. She is entirely AI generated from her images to her captions and buzzword filled acceptance speech.
Oh my God, but what about her body? Is that made like normally, or has she been built into a cyborg? Yeah, I'm
No,
curious.
her whole body. Like literally, like I'm just gonna message you this link because like it's bonkers.
Like, wait, what?
I'm messaging it to you on Facebook.
Okay,
So
great.
yeah, I thought that was hilarious. That they had an AI beauty pageant because like, how? I don't even know.
Oh my gosh.
The inaugural Miss AI
Okay.
contest opened in spring, drawing entries from some 1,500 AI programmers. Um, she received $5,000 cash. Publicist to raise her profile. Who cares? It's not even a real person. It's not even a real person. So I thought that was really interesting. And
Yeah,
then
that
the other
is
one,
weird.
the sperm whale phonetic alphabet is revealed by AI. I thought that was really freaking cool. That AI was able to like learn more about the whales. So researchers studying sperm whale communications say they have uncovered sophisticated structures similar to those found in human language by using AI. Um, duh, duh,
The
duh, duh, duh.
inky depths of the midnight zone, an ocean giant bears the scars of the giant squid. Should start.
Exactly. So yeah, they're using AI, so it's easier to translate the parts where our world and their world overlap, like eating, nursing, or sleeping. Modern technology is helping researchers to sift through enormous data sets and uncover previously unknown diversity and complexity in animal communication. Kind of crazy. So they're using it for dogs too. So like they'll, I don't know, take all the data points about dogs and then they'll go in and be like, oh, we never knew this about dogs because
You know,
AI is like looking over the data set, which I thought,
they
and which we didn't even get
God,
to about talking about analyzing and optimizing your analytics using AI. I didn't even get
well,
to
that's a
that.
whole other.
We're running out of time.
We are, we are. Man, I'll tell you what though. I mean, I think AI finds those patterns that really
Yes.
incorporate what language is, so it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, no, I do. I really find it interesting how AI has just completely changed the game for myself specifically in business. I mean,
Yeah.
because like you said, like we're early adopter people, right? Like we love the tech, we love the trends, we love like jumping onto things and testing it out and seeing what works and what doesn't. But like you and I are cut from the same cloth. Like
For
even
sure.
your dad, like you said, he's an early adopter, right? So,
Mhm.
um, yeah, I just find it interesting that it has changed. So I mean, like literally, I know ChatGPT has saved me like $12,000. Like I know that for a fact. I've like literally like that's how much I saved last year when I looked at my numbers from that year to the year prior. I was like, get out of town. I was like, because it was crazy, and I was like, and I love that because I'm able to save money, but I'm also able to like teach people new things and then like have them learn new things because I'm delegating them to different parts of my business.
Yeah,
So
they're yeah,
I
yeah.
just I really do love it, and
We're
it's
focusing on the right things and putting our
yes,
effort into those.
yeah.
And it's not generating content.
Yeah. So, and what's really cool is it also expands people's minds. I know that's kind of crazy, but and everybody says, "Oh, AI is going to stop creativity. AI is going to take over people's creativity and people won't be creative anymore or think of unique things." I think that's the opposite. Because if you just like are have a stream of thought and consciousness and you're just word vomiting into ChatGPT of all your different things you want to do, or if you have this like crazy idea, then like it could help you structure things and wrap your mind around what actionable things need to happen for you to implement that goal or dream or that
Yeah.
creativity.
It creates that structure.
Yeah. Yes. So,
Yeah, I need structure.
yes, ma'am.
Or I'll be on my computer gaming through the rest of the day,
Yes.
you know, like
So,
I need
so I'm all for I'm just sad about the sustainability implications of it, to be honest, and the ethical and moral implications of it. There are people when it comes
yeah.
to music and art, right? Like there are now AI, jingle apps and AI music apps that I can write a whole entire song with just a couple pushes of buttons. There's the artwork side of things. Midjourney got in trouble with training their AI on artwork, and it was found that like even parts of people's signatures were inside the AI generated images.
Yeah.
Like in the bottom right hand corner, people were like, that's my signature. How? And they knew that their shit was trained on their artwork. And I completely understand that. And I completely understand the moral and ethical implications of it. But there's no going back now. So, how do you safeguard yourself?
Yeah.
Right? Especially as a creative. Um, there is this, I think it's called Nightingale. I'm gonna have to look that up.
That's one of our packages, so
Oh,
I'm
is
like,
it? Oh my god.
yeah.
Hold on. Nightingale. I don't even know if I spelled that right. AI image security. Let's see. No, I don't think that's what it's called. Oh wait, yeah. Nightshade. It's called Nightshade. Okay. So what this does, it's a new data poisoning tool that lets artists fight back against generative AI. The tool is called Nightshade, and it messes up training data in ways that could cause serious damage to image generated AI models. Basically, what you do is you use Nightshade once you're done creating an image. You use Nightshade, you like put it into the app, and then it spits out an image that looks identical. But then when an AI tries to train on it, it won't let it be trained on it. It like has like something in it that is stopping the AI from being trained on it. So that is one thing, but can you stop it from being trained on music? Can you stop it from being trained on podcasts? I don't know. I don't think you can.
I just had a weird, this is completely off the wall, Heather, and not at all what you said.
And that's quite all
But
right.
you know what keeps flashing in my brain? Like dogs being able to talk to us through AI. They're
Yes.
already like hitting buttons and shit and talking, like going over smelling a
Oh
baby's
yeah, but then
diaper
that
and then
dog with
hitting
that. Oh
poop
my god.
diaper baby, and it's like, okay, wow,
Yeah,
you're
but
right.
that one dog I feel bad for because he's like, who am I? Is that me in the
Oh my
mirror?
gosh.
And then he was having that like existential crisis.
No.
And they had to like take the buttons and the mirror away because like the dog started
Oh
to
my
become like depressed knowing that it was only a dog.
Oh my God, that's what? I need to,
Isn't that
oh,
sad?
it hurts my heart.
I was
Oh
like,
my
oh my
God.
god. So yeah, like, do we really want to give dogs or maybe cats can handle it, but dogs, like, I don't think we want to give them like a streaming conscience or like being able to
Well, or
talk to
maybe
us
they
or
already have that, but we don't know because we don't
yeah.
have an insight
But
into their
maybe
brain.
just like the ability to talk to us and then like really like have a deep understanding of its own self. I don't
Oh
think
gosh,
dogs
that's,
really have a deep understanding of their own selves.
man, I'll tell you what.
Like
My
we do
my
as
dog thought he
humans.
was a person, 100%, 100%. He'd sit on the chair with us and
Well,
stuff.
then shit, we're gonna have to make this AI. My daughter will be thrilled. She literally mentioned this yesterday, Jane. She was like,
Oh my God.
I want to make a thing where I can talk to dogs and I can
All
understand what
right.
dogs want. I'm like, oh,
Get it going, universe. We've
I know.
spoken it into existence.
I know. Watch, like in a month, it's gonna come out. That like, oh, new technology allows humans to understand dogs. We'll be like, oh my
Yeah.
god, it's like that
People
Up
move so
movie.
fast.
It's like
Yeah.
I love that movie so much. So
Gosh,
next Thursday, what are we talking
next
about?
Thursday. I don't think we need to get together and determine that actually.
We do. That's right, because we only planned all
Yes.
the way up until now.
Yeah, I know that there is one coming up with, guess what? Borg Bessie Jen
Oh
Wells, who can
yay!
tell
Yes, yes,
us
yes.
how
Is
to
that next
analyze.
week?
Well, maybe I have to go
Okay.
double check with her, but yeah, we
Okay.
can do it next week.
All right.
But yeah, it's
Cool.
how to, using data to decide, right? So you have all this data. What the hell do you do with it? And I think that is our next one.
Oh my god, that's perfect because then I can talk
I
about
know.
using data and AI.
Yep.
Yay, that's going to be so good. Okay.
Yay.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for being here on Dark Mode. Appreciate y'all tuning in live, Evan, Tracy. And if you missed this live recording, you can always check us back on Spotify. Dark Mode Live. Check us out. This episode will be dropped, probably by the end of the week. Wait, today's Thursday. The end of the weekend, let's just say. But
It'll
yeah.
be up by next week at 10 a.m. We got plenty of
But out by
time.
next week at 10 a.m. But we will see you guys next week, and we'll talk to you soon. Dark mode disabled.